Well, I think I haven't heard some dinging in a while, which usually means more people are joining us. So I think we're gonna get started. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. My name is Mary Ellis. I am the New Farmer Program Manager at Community Food and Agriculture Coalition. Also here with we call it CFAC is Ian, who is our program coordinator, and Sarah Rogers, who is our beginning farm rancher intern, and also our featured farmer, Nate. If you want to wave, Nate, and say hi real quick. Uh, yeah, excited to all be here and try this new format with you all. And before we get started, I just wanted to acknowledge a few things. I'm just gonna get all my slides together here. First, CFAC just wants to acknowledge that we are in the Aboriginal territories of the Salish and Kalispel people. So today we honor the path that they've always shown us in caring for this place for the generations to come. And if you all could please join me in a moment of silence for that. And second, CFAC works to create a sustainable local food and farm system that is inclusive and equitable. And CFAC stands in solidarity with those fighting against anti-Black violence, seeking racial justice, and Native food sovereignty. And we commit to learn, evolve, and openly confront oppression in all its form, and invite you to be active with us in this effort. Before we dig into the farm info part of this event, I want to give you all who are not familiar with CFAC a little introduction to our organization. We are a small nonprofit based in Missoula, and our work focuses on three main areas: farmland conservation, food access, and farmer support. And through these three main program areas, we hope to connect farmlands, farmers, and food markets to strengthen Western Montana's food landscape and build a thriving and equitable food system in our region. And through our Beginning Farmer and Rancher program, which Ian, myself, and Sarah all work, we provide workshops and trainings and resources for beginning farmers and ranchers across Montana with the support of a USDA grant. And this grant allows us to provide field days like this one, and some of them our other programs that you may know of are Planning for On-Farm Success workshops, which are business planning workshops, our Farmland Montana website, which helps connect farmers to work and labor and to land, and along with many other trainings and resources. So please reach out to us after this field day, and we'd love to help you with your farming endeavors. And field days are really one of our main programs we do in the summer. And these in the past have been on-farm events that cover techniques and tips that'll help beginning farmers learn new approaches that they can implement on their own farms. But this year, as you know, there's a lot of changes, a lot of things going on. We decided to do things a little bit differently, and to make sure we're doing socially safe practices, we're doing them all virtually, which has actually been a fun way of exploring some farms. So we'll be seeing some videos of Nate on his farm today, excited to show you this new format. I do also briefly want to talk about our evaluations. And field days are made possible, like I said earlier, by a USDA grant. And as we approach a new grant cycle, these evaluations will be vital in developing and strengthening our programs. And grant funding also helps us keep many of our programs free for everyone. And these evaluations also provide you a chance to give us input on future field days, what we can do better, what worked well, and ideas for what topics we should be covering. So at the end of the event, you'll have a chance to fill out a really short evaluation, and everyone who does will be entered into a raffle to win some Patagonia gear. So stay tuned to look for that link at the end. Yeah, so just to give everyone a little rundown of our schedule for the next hour, Ian is gonna put up a quick poll in a little bit, and it's gonna be a question to ask you of, how you identify if you're an intern at a farm or a community member, just so we can get a sense of who's in the room. Then we're gonna go straight into the good stuff and watch about a 15-minute video of Nate showing us some of his equipment on his farm. And then we'll have a short Q&A before we do another video of more cool equipment from Nate's farm, and then we'll end with a Q&A section and discussion with Nate. So there'll be plenty of time to ask questions and to hear more from Nate. As you can see, he's joined us here today for some live Q&A. Yeah, and so Ian, if you want to take it away with the poll, we'll get that going.
All right, the poll should be launched. You'll have just a minute to answer those questions. Let me know in the chat feed if you don't see the poll. All right. As you can see here in the results, we have 2 farm operators, 2 home gardeners, and 2 people identifying as others. A nice little split demographic between those 3 categories.
Great, thanks, Ian. Cool, well, we're gonna go into our first video from Nate. And he's gonna talk about, in this first video, the 3-row Jang seeder, which he uses to increase efficiency and seeding on his farm, and the Farmer Friends greens harvester. So I'll just get that set up.
Warm season squash, tomatoes. I'm Nathan Brown with Amaltheia Organic Dairy, and we're here on our field vegetable ground that we lease, and we've got about 3 acres here that we grow a variety of lettuce, spinach, and arugula kind of on this third. We kind of break it into 250-foot beds, 3 sections of that. So we grow salad greens successions here. We have some kale, arugula, lacinato, some warm season squash, tomatoes, and peppers out here, basil, and then we also grow a lot of root crops, onions, beets, carrots, parsnips, and some herbs as well for that. Yeah, we've been farming for vegetables. This will be our 8th season, and we've had a farm where we produce goat cheese for this will be our 20th year. So this is kind of my side of the business that we kind of split, but yeah, definitely a family farm, and kind of help out on everything. We own 20 acres and lease about another 200 that we grow a lot of hay and pasture ground for our goats and pigs. So we market our produce at 3 area farmers markets. Actually 4 if you count. There's 2 Bozeman summer markets, 1 Bozeman winter market, and then we've been doing Big Sky Farmers Market the last couple of years. We do those markets. We also sell quite a bit of wholesale to area grocery stores and restaurants. 1 food distributor, Quality Foods Distributing, and also Root Cellar Foods. We're hoping that they used to be one of our biggest customers, but with kind of the COVID virus shutting down salad bars at the co-op and also food service at MSU, our sales to them have been down, but we're hoping they have a new door home delivery service and also pickup location that they're doing, and their orders have been getting pretty big with that. So we're hoping they can transition over to that, and then hopefully in August their sales will pick up when we go to